Initiating broadcast signal in
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies, gentlemen, and knights of the Nerd World Order, this is the Nerd World Order broadcast. I am the man that you call Dukes, and to my right, it's all about the...
Booyah, what's up? It's your boy Joe, baby.
And to my other right, weighing in 178 adamantium-filled pounds, coming straight out of Krakoa in a cool-ass jacket, Alfonso X-Man Flores.
I am as far beyond mutants as they are beyond you.
I thought you were going to say Fabio.
Fabio.
That's right, ladies, gentlemen, and knights. In this episode, we will be talking about the life and times of Fabio. Actually, we're going to be talking about Gen V Season 2, an extension of the Boys universe. Looks like they're going to be doing a lot of stuff. I think they got 2 spin-offs coming, so this is going to be the first one. The one with Soldier Boy. I think there's only one. Soldier Boy, a prequel story. So yeah, let's jump into it. Joe, did you actually watch it? No.
Oh.
Man, but you got caught up, right?
No. When I thought I was gonna watch it, Alf sent me a video of the girl's Kuriku bush that flies out. I was like, yeah, see, I'm just not into that stuff, man.
I ruined it. It was one scene.
Like even when I thought about it, I was like, maybe I should. And then I see that, I'm like, yeah, that's not for me, man.
You didn't do the classic Joe wiki?
I mean, I watched the video of it, summed it up, and I'm like, good thing I didn't watch the season.
Oh, okay. So you watched the video. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I thought, I think at some point, I mean, I have to agree that scene was kind of like, like sometimes people might think things are funny, but they're not. That's one of those where it's like, hey, that wasn't funny.
I'm very familiar with
that.
Yeah. So let's jump into this. I'll give you my overall perspective on it. I didn't like the first 2/3, maybe 3/4 of the season. And then it really turned a corner and it got really good. Now, I'm not saying that there weren't problems with the show. And I feel like it's, at this point, the main character is OP. She's like Omega level, if you will. And so that's a problem. And it seems like at some point they're going to roll this over into perhaps the Boys.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess that's okay. But I enjoyed the show. Bottom line, I enjoyed it.
Ain't that what they're trying to do? They're trying to, like, the Resistance, they're trying to go against Homelander?
I think so.
Yeah.
That's my impression.
Oh, you kind of need somebody that's OP because, he's OP.
The thing I like about Homelander is he's essentially, he's every comic book universe has to have a Superman, right? Mm-hmm. So he's their Superman. So of course he's going to be OP, which is cool. But I guess to me it would be like, we talk about the Invisible Woman, where it's like, hey, Invisible Woman is OP because she can use her powers in such like unusual ways where it's like, okay, so she's OP, but she's not OP like, oh, she's not super strong, It's like, I guess I just think her power is too obviously OP, Yeah. But to your point, yeah, she is OP, and they do need someone to fight Homelander. I just don't like that power at all. It's lazy writing in a way because it's so inherently OP. Like once you think about it,
right?
Like it's just okay. There's nothing she can't do. Yep.
It's like they started doing that with Magneto a little bit, where they like, oh well, he can slow the iron in your blood, and then it's like, he was just dominating. Like they kind of backed away from that because it there was just how do you fight that? You know what I mean? You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they just backed away from that. I think hasn't been mentioned in a long time.
Yeah, like, by the way, in case you haven't noticed, spoilers abundant in this episode, ladies, gentlemen, tonight. So if you need to turn it off, go watch the show before Joe does, and then come back. Bam.
Or just like a 23-minute video of them breaking everything down. Like he's breaking everything down. It's like, ooh, too slow for me. I could see like when they're starting to talk more about it, I'm like, okay, this is probably where it picks up.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess where it picks up is where almost towards the end where the dude can get control of his own body now, right? Because I guess that the villain can control people.
Yeah, I want to say it really picked up when Sage came in.
Oh yeah,
because I feel like when Sage came in, you got the understanding that there was like this master plan, and so the resistance was being manipulated, and she was kind of putting things in place. And when she was interacting, I'll say, with the Dean, I can't remember what it is. Oh, Cypher. When she was interacting with Cypher, you started to look and be like, oh, I think I know what's going on here. So for me, Sage is when it really started to pick up.
Sage is a smart one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the one that's not. So I guess she slept with Homelander, Cypher, and the Aquaman bootleg version. So looking at her, I'm like, gosh, dude, I would never. Nasty, bro. She is not. I'm like, wow, she's a pimp of the show. Now, the girl that plays the lead that you think is OP, now she bad. Now I can believe her sleeping with 3 different dudes, but the thinker, the tanker, the not looking good. Yeah, I didn't buy that. To me, I was just like, dude, when I was watching that video, I was like, are you kidding me, dude?
So
it's psychological, man.
Here's the thing. I think from a visual standpoint, she may not be Joe's cup of tea.
No.
But I feel like she's intelligent enough to subtly manipulate men to make herself more attractive.
Yeah, no, you see this right here, this big ass forehead right here, bro. You cannot out-calculate this to look at you and be like, nah.
So that's what I'm thinking.
No, I think that's just what that is, dude. See, that's another reason why I'm just like, nah, man. You want to get me in? Give me a hot chick that's on there, or something I can find attractive that's believable. Like when I saw that, bro, I was just like, this. Yeah, see, that's another reason why I won't watch that show, man. I just don't buy that, dude. And being smart, nah, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that don't work for me. She ain't that smart. Nah.
Well, she's the smartest person in the world. I mean, she is that smart.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah.
I'm willing to say if she can subtly manipulate groups of people, she can manipulate a few guys here and there, especially if you consider like Homelander has that ego. Like if you think about it, all these guys that she's interacted with, they're all like inherently egotistic, right? And that like if someone's like overly egotistic, that can become a weakness. So I don't know. I mean,
no,
I understand.
Did she roll around with milk to Homelander?
She probably did.
I'm just asking. I don't know. You guys watched the show. Did she do that? Did she come?
Yes, she did.
And she said, "Milk my thing," and
she did actually. Yeah, you missed that episode, bro.
That's exactly how it went down, man. That's
impressive. It did.
And then with the Aquaman, she bought fish. Like
octopus, and she did.
She smelled like fish.
Oh,
yeah,
man. I doubt that. Dude. Terrible, man.
Yeah. So the name of that one episode was "Got Milk," and then the other episode was called "Smells Like Fish in Here." So
don't forget the follow-up. Utterly cool.
But how did so this guy Cypher can take over people's body, right?
Yes.
So how did he become back? Because he looked like Deadpool.
Yeah.
So how did he get his flesh back?
Well, when somebody can control the blood, they can control everything. You
So
find out,
basically, go ahead, Alfonso.
well, Marie Moreau, she has the ability to control all the blood and everything.
Right.
But the way the blood flows in your brain, in your heart, she's found ways to heal people. Now, I could understand that on an internal scale. External, not so much. I guess you can get the blood flowing properly enough to where it heals your external extremities. But that's what happened. She, like, that one blonde chick, the what's her name, Kate. She's psychic, but her psychic stuff only works if she touches you. But she was manipulating everybody in the first season, and she was starting to do it here in the second season, and she got jacked up big time. And her power she was so messed up, like so much brain damage, that her power wasn't working properly. Like, she could touch you and tell you, like, I need you to find me, as the most attractive woman in the world, and then they'll just laugh at you or something like that. It was all jumbled and mixed up. So, Marie found out that she was able to heal her through the whole season. She's after, I need you to heal me. I need you to heal me. She goes, no, I can't heal you, because as soon as I do, you're going to turn on us. So, she proved herself. She got healed. She healed Godolkin. She healed Polarity, Andre's dad, because his power was killing him. The more he'd use it over and over again, it was destroying his body. So she was able to heal that as well and make him, more powerful again to help out. So that's what happened. She healed Godolkin's body because they thought Godolkin was a different person, and that, like, that person was going to be able to help against Cypher. But turns out it was just his mind and Cypher the whole time, which is weird. It's like, so if my mind is in somebody else's body, why am I beating the crap out of my own body? He must have just detested that body and its weakness so much that he's always whipping it and smacking it around and,
I don't know. If he can control the body, can he feel it?
Yeah, I believe so, because it's all in the mind.
That wasn't really made clear, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, remember, he would eat, and he would just, like, he wouldn't care what he ate just so long as he got nutrients. It's like he didn't even care about the taste or anything. So, forget, could he, or he just didn't care?
Well, I think he could feel, but what I mean was the crispy Godolkin able to feel anything?
Oh, not at all.
So, I mean, when he was smacking him around, it was just kind of out of frustration. But
well, maybe he could, but that could have been Cypher's mind in his body, because remember, there were times that he'd look at him and just start tearing up because that's all he could do. So I think he switched mind and bodies. So while he's smacking him, the other guy's like, "Oh, this hurts. This sucks."
No, because think about when Marie Moreau fought. What was it? What's her name again? Double Changer.
Jordan
Lee. Triple Changer. Jordan Lee doesn't have a name. Triple Changer.
Nope,
Double Changer. Okay. When Marie Moreau fought Double Changer, remember? He was able to have control of his own body, or he was fully conscious, but he was also controlling Jordan. Was it Jordan he was controlling? Yeah.
Because there was this whole thing where they set up a fight between Jordan and Marie to find out who was the number one hero. And, they're like, well, we're going to take it easy on each other because we're not going to hurt each other. We'll fight, but, just to see who's better, but we're not going to hurt each other. So Godolkin went in Jordan's mind and then just start whooping each other down. It was awesome.
Yeah. Go ahead, Joe.
So, like, she can heal people because see, like, I'm like, yeah, dude, that's too OP. So, like, she can kill people too with the blood, then, right?
Oh, easily.
Okay, so then she can kill Homelander with no problem. Then why do you need a resistance? Because she can just do that to his blood, right?
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, why do you need a Justice League?
Exactly. So remember in The Boys, there was that one chick who she was like the president or vice president or whatever, and she would just explode people's heads. And Homelander was afraid of her. So basically, Marie's power is the same. It's just that they were going about it different ways. So she found out that she's able to do all that too.
Yeah. I thought one cool thing was they brought back Vought. Wait, is his name Vought? The previous CEO.
Oh, that's right. It was the chicken guy, right? From Breaking Bad.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Snake Eater? No, Bushmaster. He was Bushmaster, wasn't he? On
He was, and I keep wanting to call him Benicio del Toro, but I know that's not it.
Guillermo.
No, it's John Carlo Esposito.
Yeah, there we go.
Not John.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so they brought him back. Yeah, they brought him back, which was cool. I like him as an actor.
Mhm.
I thought his whole stronghold thing, like, it didn't exactly it didn't flow well.
Yeah.
You know, I thought it was just kind of. I felt like sometimes I feel like they write things in and they film it, and then they're like, "Yeah, we don't want to go this way," but you already did it, so they kind of leave it in. That's how I
Right.
felt. I felt like his whole stronghold thing didn't fit in, but maybe it'll come back later.
Yeah.
And was Cypher like after he got his mind back? Is he is he a powerful dude?
Well, Godolkin. Yeah.
Godolkin, Godolkin is powerful.
No,
because
Cypher.
no, he has no powers. He's a regular human.
So why did they kill him off then?
He was a sniveling, whiny little guy. No, they let him go.
Yeah, they let him go.
No, I
They
thought
didn't
he
kill him.
died. Didn't they? Like he get stabbed?
No,
In
that
a
was
car?
Godolkin.
No, Godolkin didn't get stabbed.
No, he didn't.
No.
His head exploded.
Didn't the other dude get stabbed?
Oh,
in the
you
car?
know why? Because he was going to take them to Godolkin.
Oh, okay. But he
Basically-
still lived,
No, he didn't. Now that you mention it,
though. Okay.
I thought you meant like the resistance killed him. No, he was killed by what's his name?
Godolkin.
By
No.
the dude in the Noir,
The black guy.
Noir.
Yeah, Black Noir.
Black Noir. That's
Noir.
right, Black Noir.
Bro, how you guys watch it and you don't even know what I'm talking about, bro? That's blind.
It's
blowing
been
my
a
mind
little
right now.
bit. It's been a little bit.
It's been a little bit.
I just saw that you guys put that recap up. I'm like, man, I wish I'd have watched that thing.
Yeah, dude. But yeah, dude, he dies. I'm like, why they killed him off, dude? And then like homeboy's dad was still alive, and I'm like, okay.
Basically, Black Noir was aligning himself with Godolkin, and so they were killing him off because he was a liability because he would have been able to take the resistance to Godolkin.
Hmm.
I like the part where Black Noir was kind of fanboying out over Polarity, though. That was pretty sweet. You know, because he's just somebody who took over the Black Noir persona. And, of course, he's a fan of Polarity because Polarity is a big time superhero. And it was pretty cool to see. It's like he's just following orders, but at the same time, it's like, it's really you, man. You're there.
Yeah, that was.
What's his
pretty cool.
powers? He's just
Black Noir?
Yeah.
Isn't he actually supposed to be a clone of Homelander? That's the theory.
In the comics, he
In the
was
comics,
like
that's what it was. Yeah. And in the series, he's definitely not, but he has very similar attributes. He can't fly. He's super strong, super invulnerable, super, he's super with the exception of flight. And I don't think he shoots laser eyes. But there is another character that they introduced. I'm not sure if he was introduced this season or last season, but they brought him out. The guy's name is Greg. And Greg, he starts hanging out with Emma, and like they started getting all romantically involved. Emma's the one that can grow big or small, whatever. And he can fly, and he's super strong. And and people are like, well, maybe they're still going to use that whole clone of Homelander storyline using this guy Greg, which makes sense because he's kind of a pretty boy. He's got that square jaw that they want, blonde hair, blue eyes, classic, Homelander type guy. So that would be kind of cool because it is an interesting storyline. And then if they brought him in and Homelander is like looking to him like a son, but he also has his son, that can cause some conflict there too. So.
See, I don't want that because Homelander has a son. We already did that. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
We've already gone through that, so we don't need that again. And I feel like shows can get lost. Like, we had this. I feel like that's what happened with The Boys in general. Like, they had a good storyline. It was moving well. And then they're like, oh, we're going to go over here. And it's like, dude, I tuned in because I wanted to see what was going on with the last season. Now, you kind of ignore that and you bring in all this other stuff. And I'm like, no, finish this. So I feel like they really need to get back to that. Homelander is a quasi-president. And, what do they get? Just resistance. Like, just make it simple and end it honestly. Like, dude, we don't need this to go on. Like, I love The Walking Dead. We don't need it to go on forever like The Walking Dead.
They don't need to end up in France somehow with no boat.
Can't the Soldier Boy beat like Homelander or no?
That's his dad. Technically, I think he can, right? Which is why they brought him into the season.
Yeah, but he got whooped down when they fought.
They fought,
Yeah,
right? And then what happened? He got his butt kicked, and then
He did.
that's that.
No, that's not that. I mean, he's like in a bacta tank or something like Boba Fett or Luke Skywalker healing. So there's going to be a round 2.
Huh.
Yeah.
It does get a little convoluted. What I like about this series though, it's like they kind of, it's like you got the whole superhero thing, like Superman, Justice League, kind of maybe Avengers, but then they have the Gen V portion, which is, to me, it's really reminiscent of like the New Mutants. They brought the New Mutants in because, of course, Professor X still needed somebody to teach. And there's like that scene where Godolkin, he gets all the weak people together in a room, and he's like, you guys you're gonna vie for to be back in the list. There's no more lists, there's no more number ones, and we're gonna see what we can do. When in actuality, what he's trying to do is get rid of all the weak people. But when they started working together, they started doing different things, and they started going against him, and it was like one of those come together moments that like all these team superhero movies have. And I kind of like that. I dug that a lot. They were using their powers in ways that they didn't think. The useless people became useful. They found their purpose and what they could do. That's one thing I've always liked about X-Men, New Mutants, stuff like that. So did you get that at all, Dukes?
No. I did like that scene where they all work together. I feel like anytime they introduce a younger version of something that you already love, is because they're trying to bring in a younger demographic to watch what we're going to age out on. So, I mean, it was cool as far as like them working together. But also, Alfonso, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe all the people that he was quote unquote thinning out, they all died.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, hey, mission accomplished. These people died. We came in. We worked as a team. We were able to do it. But
because he was just like trying to find out, get rid of the weak and keep the strongest, right?
Yeah, his whole thing was like, hey, there's too many supers, right? He's like, there's too many supers. There's too many dumb powers. So what we need to do is basically, if there's anyone that can't beat me in a group fight, like, hey, all you guys come in a room. If you can't beat me in a group fight, I'm going to kill you, and we'll get rid of everyone with dumb powers. Now, to me, that makes sense. Here's why. I mean, like, okay, so I forgot about the hero who was able to hold things inside his body and then expel them.
Oh, my gosh.
Excellent premise, executed very poorly. To where it's like, oh, shock value. Stop trying to shock me, bro.
Yeah, that's why I don't care too much for the show, man. And getting rid of like the weak, ain't that from Invincible, bro?
Is that Viltrumite?
Yeah, the Viltrumites, like, we all fight and the strongest ones live and the weakest ones die. It's the same thing.
I thought they called it the Joe plan. It's like, get rid of all these weak characters.
But I mean, there are too many supers, and at some point, if I'm living in a world full of supers, and I'd say it's kind of like MHA, right, where so many people have powers that at some point powers become kind of silly, and so I feel like, based on the nature of the show, I would say 75% of those powers are stupid. Like, okay, maybe the girl who can extend her hair.
From where? From where?
Okay, but the problem is with that, the execution loses the impact because you're trying to shock me. Okay,
yeah. Does
stop
she have to
it.
pull down her zipper for it to come?
She does. She does. She pulls it down a little bit. Which, in theory, she doesn't have to, if you think about it. So, once again, they're trying to shock us instead of actually giving us good story.
Next season, she's going to fight that one guy with the other extremity that is very, very long.
Is he still around?
Dude?
I don't know.
Power to Kadunk, man, because you got to get rid of the weak ones, dude.
Kadunk. You see, I told you it was the Joe plan.
It's a Kadunk. That's his name.
Godolkin, right? Gadunk. Yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah, I'd probably be like that too. I'm like, wait a minute, bro. You spit out earwax into fireballs.
You see, it's actually as far as the story goes, that's kind of smart because what they were doing, they were experimenting, trying to get powers to these people, and they didn't know what they were going to get. Yeah, some were going to be really good, and some were going to be really bad. And then like Apocalypse, you got to come in and call the week.
I just think, like they said, if we want to come up with something, let me come up with something that's different and ding ding, to your point, have a shock value. I think that's why, like, I'm not too big on that, bro. Like,
yeah. But if you think about it, as you guys were talking, it's kind of full circle. Godolkin started the experiments. He's seen the results of his experiments, and he's getting rid of the bad results, right?
Exactly.
Because
science.
Yeah, he was the first person to be, like, he was the first person to use the compound V, right?
Right.
Because he used it on himself.
Because I saw, like, they all tried it, and then the other ones died, right?
Yeah.
So he just happened to pick up one, and it worked on him?
Yeah, but he still got burned alive.
Yeah, but the other ones it didn't work on. Is it just like...
Yeah, I'm just saying,
No, I'm asking. Is there just certain people that can only benefit from it?
It's probably just based on their, like, DNA makeup. You know what I mean? Like...
I think some people, like, died from it. Some people... got all jacked up from it. And some people got crappy powers. Some people got really good powers. I think
they
ran a full
they all
gamut.
died, right? And I seen that that's why he's the only one that survived, right? So everyone died.
Yeah, they, like, exploded and stuff, melted, caught on fire. Yeah.
Except for the main core, and Bushmaster.
I'm going to add in the cricket sound effect.
Yeah.
Well, one thing we haven't done is we haven't called Marie Moreau by her proper superhero name, which is Bloody Mary. No, it's not proper, but we loved it so much from the first season.
What about Blood Diamond?
Blood Diamond.
That's her name, Blood Diamond?
No, I just made that up.
Okay, that's a sick name. I was like, okay, Blood Diamond. I can get down with that name. Blood Diamond is pretty tight.
Yeah.
And then she would form bloods and diamonds. And just
sick, that would be pretty cool. That'd be.
She put her hands like this, and then all the blood with the diamonds.
Yeah,
that's bloody cool.
Hey, bruv.
Bruv. That's.
Oi.
Yeah, but I mean. Okay, here's what I liked about it, but I kind of didn't like, right? I liked that, I can't remember his name, Black Magneto.
Polarity.
What was his son's name? What was Polarity?
Andre.
Polarity.
So they don't get code names until they graduate.
I think that's the case, yeah.
Okay, because, I'm giving them all these fake names, like Polarity Jr. and, But, okay.
Kid Polarity.
There you go. I thought, like, it was cool they brought him back, but then I kind of felt like he became once again, I feel like they wrote something, then it didn't work, and they moved in another direction, because I felt like he became a sidekick. At some point, he became a side chick.
Sidekick, whoa.
He became a sidekick to the little blonde girl, right?
Yeah.
But then at some point, they just kind of put him off to the side. Mm-hmm. And then at some point, for some reason, him and her have like this deep relationship that was never shown on screen, right? And then suddenly, granted, he's super powerful now, but now he's like, well, I'm going to stay behind and rebuild the school. It's like, they didn't know what to do with that guy. I thought he was a cool character. They just did not know what to do with that guy.
Well, he wasn't part of the Andre guy passed away.
Yeah.
And so
they said
it kind of... No, in real life.
Oh,
the kid who played Andre.
Yeah, the kid who played Andre died in real life. So I think,
rest in peace.
Rest in peace. So I think that's why the story is kind of like that, and they didn't know where to go with, and that's why the dad probably is more of the story in it, because I guess it happened and they didn't have time because I guess the studio, from what I heard, the studio was pushing to have it come out quicker.
Yeah,
and so they didn't have time to rewrite or do different things, and they didn't recast him at all, and so that's why, like, all of a sudden they said he's passed away in the show too.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That wouldn't. You know how like sometimes on a show they try to move stuff around in order to make it fit. That's exactly what had to happen.
Mhm.
And then they did those reshoots at the end to be like, oh, now we're best friends. Do you want to come with me? No, I'm gonna stay here and protect the
Yeah.
school. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what happened.
So
I
does
thought
it
it
make
was
you feel better now, knowing that? Like,
It explains it more, but it
Right.
doesn't change the frenetic nature
Mhm.
of their storytelling, But it definitely explains it. So thank you for that.
Yeah, but rest in peace. But I also think like you couldn't recast them.
Nah, man.
Come on, Chadwick
It was
haters.
too soon. Yeah, right.
I'm
they,
like,
they should have recast Chadwick. Okay.
yeah, dude. Everyone's like, oh, you shouldn't do it, and
They
then
could have. They
the
could have
second
shifted
movie
to Michael
comes
B.
out,
Jordan.
and then they're like, oh, you should have did it.
Yeah. So to your point, bro, just recast him. I mean, at this point, like I feel like in general, okay,
Yeah.
there's an actor playing a role. You
Mhm.
may love that actor, but
Right.
if something happened, well, let's say he went to jail, right? If
Yeah.
he went to jail, would you recast him? Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like if someone's no longer to fulfill a role and that character is very popular,
Mhm.
get him back in there. Just, hey, you know what? It's not okay, like they did with the Matrix, which absolutely ruined the movie. Okay, the first Oracle died.
Right.
Okay, so they just brought in a new Oracle. She was like, "Hey, I'm a computer program. I look a little bit different," and moved on with it.
Mhm.
So it's okay
did-
to recast
yeah.
people.
They did
Yeah,
it
like-
in Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh, they did. See, I didn't watch all
Like,
the Harry Potters.
Yeah, the
Dumbledore.
Dumbledore, bro.
Yeah.
They did it with Aunt Viv, bro. They thought they could trick us, bro. Dude, they got a totally different Aunt Viv, bro. They didn't even look alike. I remember growing up like in the 80s and 90s when they did replace them. They
Yeah,
had to go like this.
Well, Bewitched, man. When they switched dicks.
They look the
Dick Van
same,
Patten,
but
Dick
I
Van
know
Dyke.
they look different, but they kind of look the same. They used to do that.
yeah,
And then all of a sudden with the Aunt Viv, you're like, damn, they're totally two different extremes, dude.
Completely
Yeah.
different.
Like-
yeah.
They should have did that, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I think we're in a day and age where whoever's the loudest, right?
Right.
So that at that time, whoever's the loud, I'm gonna be loud because you shouldn't replace them, and
Yeah.
then I'm not gonna say nothing even though they should replace them, and then when it doesn't turn out the way they want, then they all say, "Well, I guess we should have did that," and then the ones that didn't say anything say, "Yeah, we should have did that a long time ago. I told you guys."
yeah,
That's
yeah.
where we're at with anything.
Yeah.
I agree.
You know,
I agree 100%. Now, let me say this. Complete tangent. Stop me. When they didn't have T'Challa to pick up the reins of the Avengers, that's when the Avengers just felt like the whole MCU franchise fell apart.
Right.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree.
Yeah.
Because he was supposed to be the next dude. Because bro, in the comics, he's dope, dude.
Yeah.
And so like he's perfect to do that. Because if you do that, then you have Strange, then you have Shang-Chi. You know what I mean? He has a good core, and then you have the leader that because everybody loved Chad and Black Panther. But I feel like if they would have just recasted that Black Panther and let Ronnie Joe Cooley just redo the Black Panther 2 with the new Black Panther. His name's Rodney, right? Did I mess it up?
I don't even know who you're talking about, bro.
The director from Black Panther, is it Rodney?
Ryan Coogler.
Oh,
There
Ryan
you go, thank
Coogler.
you.
I thought it was Rodney Joe Cooley.
I was like, who's Ronnie Joe Cooley?
But dude, if the way this dude directs and writes, if they would have just let him cast a new Black Panther, dude, he would have made that Black Panther dope. Not to take anything away from Chad, I think he would have carried the legacy and would have made whoever that Black Panther is dope. Now, what they should have did, and I thought they should have did, was just Michael B. Jordan. He actually lived and he took over the Black Panther. He has a new change.
Yep.
You know what I mean? But hey, I digress.
And your heart. Yep. No, that
that would have been such good storytelling. Like his
no one would have been
redemption
mad at
arc.
it. Nobody
Yeah.
would have been mad at it. But you're
Yeah.
gonna go ahead and just make a what if and just make it that way, like whatever. Dude.
Yeah.
Or like you did with Kang, you just scrap him and bring back Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I don't know, man. I think they see, bro. Like you just can't win, man. You just can't win, dude.
You really can.
It's just like
I believe we can win, being all positive, but man, when it comes to the
Yeah.
MCU, man,
You just can't, bro. Like
Yeah.
you
But
just
let,
can't, bro. You just can't, dude.
yeah.
You feel like Ronda Rousey, bro. You just start blaming everybody, bro. But the
Joe
company,
Rogan ain't a
right?
fighter. That's what
You,
that's what
you
she
blame
says.
everybody but the company. Well, the fans. The fans suck. The fans this. The fans this. No, bro. You're just pissed. You're just pissed that the UFC don't acknowledge you anymore, bro. You're not Roman Reigns, bro. Ain't no one acknowledging you. Then it's like, you see when she got on there, she was talking crap about Joe Rogan. I'm like, bro,
Right, that's what I
the
say.
dude's podcast you're on is best friends with Joe Rogan, bro.
Yep.
Like, what do you want him to say? Do you want him to agree with you? He's not going to agree with you. And
Yeah, that
he's too nice to go like this. Look, man, nobody turned on you. You got your ass knocked out a few times. Everybody
Mm.
knew that you weren't a striker, and you started fighting some strikers, and you got your butt knocked out, bro. And that's what happened. And it's okay, bro, because hey, everybody got somebody's number.
Yep. So true. That's pretty cool, man. I saw Michael Jai White he was being interviewed by somebody, and he's like, "Yeah, Joe Rogan's a real deal." He may not go out and fight in UFC, but I
Yeah.
see him train with those guys, and he takes it
Mhm.
to him. And then he'll sit there, kick him, punch him, and then next thing you know, they're grappling, and he's like tapping out real
Mhm.
high level, people. And
Yeah.
we never fought against each other, but we sparred in the same gyms, and I saw the way he worked out. That man
Mhm.
he's a beast.
Yeah, because he also said like Benny, the spinning back kick,
Yeah,
like his name's Benny.
Benny the Jet
Joe,
Curtis.
yeah.
I got a picture with him right here.
And that's dope, dude. And then he said that Joe Rogan is the second best to do that kick. And even George St. Pierre, bro. George St. Pierre said the power that he would spin and kick,
Yep.
like he was like, bro, like, how do you do that?
Yeah, he's so freaking good, dude. Like that spinning back kick of his, man, I would not want to eat that. There you go. There's me and Benny the Jet Curtis,
Oh, nice.
undefeated champion. That man is nuts, dude. He's old and he still moves like he'll walk around like a little old man and he'll get up and with his foot. And I'm like, dang. Him and Superfoot Bill Wallace.
Yeah, he's dope. Um, I know you guys like A-Train because I guess he came back, right?
The
He's like,
wrestler?
no,
Oh,
A-Train.
AJ.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah.
He did
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
end. Yeah.
Yeah, he came
Yeah,
back and said, dun, 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 look at me. I'm like, so like, did he get like a full apology to killing that homeboy's girlfriend, or he doesn't care no more because he's going out
No.
with Starlight?
They hit that on the boys, like pretty sure, yeah. So he's like fully reformed. He was like a drug addict. He's out of it. He's looking for redemption. He's going to help them out. So they touched on that on the boys, I believe. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. I mean, he's got a new hottie now, so guess he doesn't care no more.
Wait, who's his new girlfriend?
Starlight.
A-Train?
What
No, remember when A-Train killed Starlight's boyfriend's first girlfriend?
Yes.
That's how this whole thing started.
Oh, you
Yeah.
mean
Oh, I thought you meant
Yeah.
A-Train was dating Starlight, bro.
No.
Dewey? What's his name?
Dewey, yeah, Dewey.
It's not-
Huey.
Dewey?
Dewey.
Dewey, Chewy.
Louis.
Something. Huey. It's Huey. Dewey and Louie. It's Huey.
Okay.
Cool.
Huey.
Yeah, so they're cool now?
As cool as you
Yeah,
can be.
you
I mean,
know,
like,
I mean, yeah, why not?
when
I
you're
mean-
facing off against Homelander, I mean, somebody of this magnitude is going to have your back. You're going to have, nah, man, you get my girlfriend. I don't want your help.
At
I mean,
the
yeah,
end of the last season, A-Train put himself at risk because he was like a spy basically,
Yeah.
giving information back to the resistance. So it's kind of like he redeemed himself because at the end, Homelander was like, yo, A-Train's a spy, but by that time he was like, and I'm out. So he really redeemed himself.
Yep.
And he has his powers back, right?
Yeah.
I think, yeah, he's not 100% though. He's back, but not as fast as he was.
Cool. Yeah, dude. So, by the way, Joe Rogan's a black belt. Feel like he was a black belt prior to joining the UFC or anything.
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
you should fight,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
He's just Ronda Rousey just being a hater, bro.
Yeah.
Well, he did fight in Taekwondo tournaments, which You know, it's kind of
Right.
like point sparring and everything. But
Yeah.
the whole reason why he quit that, even though he was on top, is because he hurt somebody really bad, and he felt terrible about it. So he's like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, bro. And then Ronda Rousey was talking about stuff about WWE too. Like, I am not gonna lose or get pinned or submitted because that wouldn't happen in real life. Okay.
Kayfabe.
Well, WWE is kind of like
Yeah.
sports entertainment.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Now, you know what bugged me about Ronda Rousey is when she came out as Hot Rod. I just felt like,
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
cool.
dude, terrible, bro. Terrible.
yeah, that I'm like, you got to earn that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro.
Well,
Bro,
he
they
did
gave her
give it his
everything.
Yeah.
She got everything, like title shots, all that stuff, and then
Yeah.
and then you're gonna go on there and talk smack about WWE when you had the most opportunity than anybody else because
making
Yeah.
you're
so
who
much
you were.
money. Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude. Boo, Ronda Rousey.
Speaking of
Even though
Ronda
she played
Rousey,
Pokemon.
speaking of Ronda Rousey, man, you know, one thing I hate about these superhero shows, and I mean, there's not a lot I hate because I love, but it's like just because you have superpowers doesn't automatically give you, you know, invulnerability or extra duration. You know, like they always like somebody gets thrown through a wall. I'm sorry, you throw me through a wall. I'm not getting up for a couple days, dude. You know, I'll get up and I'll crawl over somewhere, but no, they get up, they're fine. They're gonna go. You know, that was a brick wall that's got a crack in it now because of your body. You know, just because you have some kind of little superpower doesn't mean you're completely invulnerable or even partially invulnerable. It's like you got to give people their weaknesses. You know, everybody's got to have their kryptonite, and most people's, you know, their kryptonite is just reality. You know what I mean? Physics. So you can't just make all these stories and it's like, yeah, you know, they're like Doc Ock, for instance, Dr. Octopus, right? Normal guy with tentacles, right? Maybe a little bit of roid rage or whatever. But you know, if Spider-Man punches in the face, he's dead. And he's sitting there taking punches left and right. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's like that's one trope I'd really like these superhero shows.
Wasn't the lazy writing saying that he has to control his punches all the time?
Right?
Yeah.
But you remember
then why punch
Spider-Man?
somebody?
Yeah, remember Spider-Man the movie where like Tobey Maguire was dope enough to grab with the webs, grab like the his little explosives and throw it back at him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Tom Holland, when he does it, he jumps and smacks it with his hand and doesn't use his web.
That's true.
You mean that kind of vulnerability right there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, that's a good point because as you're watching the show, especially the scene with Godolkin fighting the Scooby-Doo gang, you have to suspend your reality because you have the weak people, and granted they're supposed to be weak, but still, those people are getting unalived, just bam, 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 right? But when Godolkin hits Stature, when he hits Stature, she gets smacked into a wall, the wall cracks, but she's okay. Or he hits Marie Moreau, she gets smacked into a wall, the wall cracks, but she's okay. Like, people's skill sets, to your point, you have to explain so much away or just ignore it because it makes absolutely no sense.
I put all the blood in my body to my left shoulder so it absorbed the impact.
Exactly. You know, I took all the iron in my body and I made it like super strong so I was able to absorb that impact. Now, in theory, okay, I think someone would do that, right? Yeah. But that's just me lazy writing. You know what I mean? Like, well, that could happen.
I like that you called Little Cricket Stature. You know, Little Cricket, she'd be like, well, I just shifted my molecular density because, you know, instead of shrinking, it was like, you know, when Ant-Man punches somebody, when he's super small, he still has the same density. So,
I think Little Cricket was probably a gangster in American Me.
She was wearing a hood.
Wasn't Kadunga Dunk just trying to get the strongest the strongest powerful character so he can go beat up Highlander or Highlander?
No,
Homelander.
No, not at all.
He didn't want to try to take out Homelander.
No. He simply wanted to get rid of all the weak supes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like, hey, this is my experiment. Let's get rid of all the failures. That's what it was.
So, quick question and spoiler alert for the very end of the show.
Spoiler
So when
alert.
they beat Godolkin and, you know, Marie's like, oh, I finally got to use my powers in a way. Thank you because you let me use my powers in a way that I never really thought of. Is that Godolkin in her brain saying that from his own point of view?
No.
I don't think it's Marie, dude. I think Godolkin won. Highly possible.
Insert
Plausible.
Yeah.
cricket sound here.
Yeah, and
No
Vigilante
cricket
is the
sounds.
wrong one that went through the portal.
Right.
No, I think simply, he wanted to show her what she was capable of. So it was
Yeah.
like, fight harder, fight harder, fight harder, fight harder. And at the end, it was like, hey, if I don't fight really hard, then all my friends are going to die. So I'm going to unalive your head.
He just really wanted her to reach her full potential. He was
So
a mentor in a way.
the girl that's able to get any guy she wants in the world because she's, by your standards, very smart.
Yeah,
Um, Is
Smart
she
as sexy.
pinning? Is
Smart
she
as sexy.
pinning like who is she trying to be with? Is she trying to be with Homelander or is she trying to be with
So
Kadunky Dunk?
here's the problem. Gadunk messed things up. They had a plan, right?
Mhm.
Like once Godolkin came back, when Godolkin came back, she's like, okay, now we can do the plan. He's like, no, I'm going to get rid of all the weak supers. And she's like, it's not the plan. And he's like, yeah, just give me a little bit of time. I'll be right back. So she was supposed to stay, like, her and Godolkin had a plan. He
What was the
screwed it
plan?
up. I don't know. Because his ego got in the way.
You sure it's not the plan to take out Homelander?
It probably was,
Mm-hmm.
but he messed it up because he wanted to go and get rid of all the bad supers, but that was never supposed to be part of the plan.
Hmm.
Her plan is to get rid of Homelander, and she's manipulating Godolkin for that. Like he don't care. He wants Homelander on top because that's what he wants. He wants a strong super there. But she's like, this is the only way I'm going to really get rid of him. So I think.
But if she, in theory, if she's the smartest one ever, she doesn't think that Blood Diamond is the one that can do it. She's OP.
See, here's the thing, right? You know how sometimes you'll say, Joe, like, you're always 3 steps ahead? I feel like she's 3 steps ahead and she's got contingencies. So I think, like, for instance, she was the one who gave the Starlighters the information that they needed to figure out that Marie Moreau was Project Odessa, right? So she put all that in motion. So she's already manipulating Marie Moreau. So you're probably right. Like, hey, I'm manipulating Marie Moreau so that she can at some point come in contact with Homelander and they have a fight. But we don't know. But you're probably right.
You don't think like they might do like in the comics where Black Noir is the one that kills Homelander? But then again, that was like Homelander's clone, though.
Yeah. I don't think so.
Because this next season, The Boys is it. So, and I guess like the guy that plays Homelander did a post of like his final farewell. So, I might watch that one just to see if how he dies and how they do it.
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be good. They're going to do it, and it's going to be so whack. And yeah, cue this up next time. I just know you guys are going to be disappointed. Alf might be like, I can see what they did, and you're just going to be disappointed. Oh, let me just tell you why I don't like this ending, and I'm be here for it.
48 minutes into the episode, everybody, write it down.
Yeah.
Joe said we're all going to be disappointed.
I won't be disappointed because I'm not going to be hyped up for it. I'm just going to watch it in the intent of going, oh, I hope this is so bad for you too.
The one thing I'm going to appreciate is the fact that they're not going to let him go on so long that he becomes an old man trying to do all this.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I see them rolling it over into the
girls,
the Scooby-Doo gang. Yeah, the Scooby-Doo gang doing something.
It looks like they're doing 2 prequels, right? So like,
yes, they are. I can't think of what
like
the other one
Soldier
is.
Boy, and then like
not the lady who's I don't think we can say that word. Yeah, no, not Firecracker. The one who was a Yahtzee. The Yahtzee lady. Yeah. I thought that was part of the same series though.
Yeah, isn't she like all like Anakin Skywalker right now? One arm, one leg, burnt up in a bed. Marie's gonna fix her. with her
I
blood.
mean,
So what? They can make limbs grow now?
yes, she brought her sister back from the unaliving. Literally, bro. She was unalived. I'm not talking almost. I'm talking 100 and cold to the touch. And she brought her back.
Damn.
OP, bro.
Yeah.
And then on top of it, now like they brought in her sister, and her sister can tell you what's going to happen in the future. So it's like you got this somebody who's so powerful, and all the contingency plans because you got the sister who can see into the future.
Yeah. I don't feel like they needed the sister. I felt like the sister added nothing.
Yeah.
They gave her
Like-
reliability.
I feel like they just needed to like close loose ends. And it was lazy writing the way they did that. Oh, I'm gonna go to Aunt Viv's house. Aunt Viv, oh, she's lived here? Oh, she's been here this whole time, Aunt Viv? Okay. Well, can I see her? No. Oh, and then in the next episode, she just shows up.
So then we go slap Chris Rock.
like, dude, like, seriously, dude, like, no reason for her sister to be in there, and the way they brought her sister in, it was like one of those things, like lazy writing, like, oh no, like, you cannot see your sister, but then your sister just shows up in the next episode, just walks on camera, like, bam, I'm here.
Hi, I'm your sister. My code name is Plot Device.
Yeah.
yeah.
Guess who's back, mother clucker?
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I see. Here's the thing: we're complaining a lot about this show because I feel like the problem with the Boys series is it was a good one season, right? Oh my god, I'm shocked. And then they're like, oh, hey, people are watching this. Let's keep going. Once you lose that shock value, you have to give me good story, okay? Mm-hmm. You can stop the shock value at some point because, like, I don't think anybody really tunes into a show to see appendages and to see, hair that can be used as, like, a hand or whatever. Like, nobody tunes in for that. They want good story, okay? Mm-hmm. So the problem with this show, in my opinion, is they need to focus more on the writing and less on... First of all, I feel like at this point, there was no reason for Marie Moreau to be in a romantic relationship with Triple Changer, okay? And to have both sides, like, oh, now I'm with this triple changing personality. Now I'm with this triple changing personality. Come on, dude, just stop. Yeah. It's unnecessary.
Why don't they just, if you can control your hair, bro, what would be sick, bro? What they should have did was, because she has long hair, they should have just made the hair come up like this longer and making them into fists. And then the hair that comes out from the in between her legs forms of legs.
Yeah, she walk with them.
And then she could kick with them, or punch with the hair. And
see, here's a problem with that, bro. The hair on her head doesn't do anything.
Nope.
That's what I'm saying. It's stupid.
Yeah, it is.
And when you're done fighting her, you're like this.
I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what
bro. And her hair not gonna be stinking too, bro? Like, come on.
Hey, I mean, I think that, she took care of herself. That's what I'm saying, Yeah, I mean,
super growth makes it dry quick.
Yeah, So as we round the corner here and we're near the end of the episode, I'll just say this. I complained a lot, and there were a lot of things to complain about this show, but I feel like it ended on a high note that made me say, I want to see more of this. So I personally, even though I bashed it and slashed it, I'm going to say, hey, it's worth watching. Yes. It's not perfect, but watch it. How about you guys?
This is if you're playing the NWO broadcast drinking game, I'm going to say this is where it was fun. I enjoyed it, man. The shock value to a point, it did get it to be a little excessive, but still, like I said, it gave me a lot of reminiscence of the New Mutants, and I really appreciated that. So yeah, if you haven't watched it, Watch it. You'll enjoy it. Trust me. Except
Yeah, and if you don't want to watch it, you could do what I did and watch a 23-minute video, and it sums up the whole season for you, where you can have a whole hour of discussion about this, something that you've never seen.
And this concludes this episode of the Nerd World Order broadcast. So until next time, ladies, gentlemen, and knights of the Nerd World Order, I am NWO.
we are NWO.
Nerds redefined. Booyah!